So an electrical apprentice posted on one of the Facebook forums saying like who's good to ask for help for things like the maths. And the main implication of the post was that if he asked in college or at his training provider, he might be singled out and Mickey taken out of him. And I don't know whether that was actually on site or whether that was in college. But it made me think, because this used to happen to me a lot. So, story time. So, car show at my back to, I was an apprentice, and obviously, I know I'm not clever, but I'm clever enough to know that. So, I know I need to understand things. Like, I cannot, like some people in the class when I was an apprentice, they could just, you told them once, they knew it, you know, and they were bored already. Now, for me, I need to understand something, right? So that meant I asked a lot of questions, which could be annoying, but that was how I learnt, okay? Now, whenever I asked the tutor a question, the answer from the tutor was, typical woman, always asking questions. Okay, now I just took that as, oh God, everyone else understands it and I'm the only one that doesn't. I'm so stupid. How am I going to do this? I like got the books out the library because in those days there wasn't like YouTube channels and TikTok like there is now. And I tried my hardest. And then one day, I was obviously quite polite young apprentice. One day I asked about transformers because the tutor literally just said, you've got winding on one side and winding on the other, and that just makes electric flow. And I was like, you what, mate? That just sounds crazy. So I was like, how do you mean? And of course he'd not explained anything about electromotive force. He'd not explained anything about now what I understand would help people to get to that stage. And he went, typical woman, always asking questions. And I was like, I looked around the class and I had a bit of an epic meltdown. And I might have said, if any of you other mother fluffers in this room understand that, stand up now and explain it. And I just lost it. And the boys that I used to live share with were like, whoa, in the car on the way home. But they admitted they had no clue. Okay, so none of us understood what we were being taught, and I always assumed they just knew it. They could just go, oh well, yeah, obviously that's how a transformer works, blah 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 blah, and oh yes, you've got to laminate to stop eddy currents, you know. And I'm just like, what? I do not understand any of this. So for me in my class, I always make sure it's a safe space to ask a question, and it is annoying that this is not what's going on across the country. So if you are the person that's asking questions, don't necessarily have to call everyone mother fluffers, but stand up for yourself and say, I do want to know, please, could you explain it? I don't understand. And the way I teach is maybe different to some people. It's more like training, so there's more like a conversation. I've just got some information I want to talk to you about. You can ask me questions back, and it normally sets quite a nice pace and it's not too stressful, although obviously I work in private training providers a lot, so people are paid a lot of money, so I do get that it can be stressful, but there is nothing more stressful than walking out of a classroom going, well, I've learnt nothing. Okay, so you owe it to yourself and other people in the class that are less confident to ask the questions. Okay, hope that helps. Thanks.